Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the knowledge. Just want to give y'all some more knowledge and I want to give y'all some, stuff cuz I know some of y'all are like sport fans. I mean, I still, look at sports like every now and then, but with the way that I look at football now and with the way that I look at basketball now is not the way that I used to. What I want to let y'all know and what I want to discuss with y'all, I want to talk with y'all the truth about sports. When it comes down to sports, when it comes down to professional athletes, and I've mentioned this before too, it's all controlled. Just like the situation with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem, control. They were trying to control him and they couldn't control him. So what did they do? They released him. And just like with the Super Bowl, like when Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem, when they were performing, it had to be, censored. They couldn't curse. They couldn't swear in the lyrics. It's all controlled. But it's not just the NFL, it's the NBA too. It's the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NHL. It's all of it. It's all control. These professional athletes don't have no control. Like I said before, similarities to the music industry. These mainstream artists don't have no creative control. And you see, just like with rapper Future, he said that like with him rapping about drugs, it sells records because and I know y'all pretty much heard the song by him, Mask Off. Like the way like the hook of the song, he's saying over and over again, Molly Percocets, like Molly Percocets. Like it's one of like the wackest hooks ever. It's one of like the wackest choruses that a rapper could ever come up with, but that's how it is in mainstream hip hop now. But yeah, the truth about sports, besides like athletes not having control, when it comes down to sports, when it comes down to an athlete's mental health, sometimes the sport that the athlete is playing, it can take a toll on their mental health. And there may be times where they may have to take a step back for their mental health. They may have to take them a little hiatus. They may have to take a year off because it's starting to take a toll on their mental health. And that's the thing about it. Like some of these professional athletes, especially football players, when they retire, I know some of them they just end up lost. They get lost because now that they're retired, they don't even know what they want to do. And it's not just with football players, it's pretty much with just about all of these professional athletes. When they retire, they don't really know what they want to do. But most of them become like a sports announcer, you know what I mean? But a lot of them don't even have a backup plan. They don't even know what they really want to do. And you see, like some of them ended up retiring early because it was taking a toll on their mental health. It was causing them depression. It was causing them anxiety. When it comes down to playing sports, when it comes down to your mental health, sometimes playing sports, doesn't really like cure that. And that's another thing too about athletes not having control. You may have some athletes that may say that they want to like take some time off for their mental health, but they're not able to. They're not able to, but they don't have no control. And just like with the NFL, with the situation with CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, like the dude that used to play for the Patriots that went to prison, Aaron Hernandez, they said that he committed suicide while he was in prison, and they said that like he had like the worst case of CTE. And you see, it's like I believe CTE is still a big issue in the NFL. Like they try to come up with different rules every single year to try to make the game of football more safer, but at the end of the day, football is a contact sport. There ain't really but so much that you can really do. But I understand. Shout out to Dr. Bennett Omalu. Like if y'all ever seen the movie Concussion, Dr. Bennett Omalu, he went to war with the NFL. He wanted to solve the problem because there was professional football players getting diagnosed with CTE after another, after another, after another. There was professional football players dying after another, after another, after another. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand football is a contact sport. Like, I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact that football is one of the most dangerous sports to play in America. Reason being, I used to play football. I played football for 6 years. Now, was I like a beast at it? I mean, I was okay at it. I mean, I had one good year of playing football when I was a sophomore. We won the conference championship, and I had one trophy for most improved player. But I mean, other than that, I know all this stuff. You know, I used to be an athlete myself before I wanted to do music and before I wanted to do YouTube. But yeah, the truth about sports is that it's all controlled. These athletes don't have no control. These athletes be going through mental health. They be going through depression. They be getting all of these awards and stuff. You know, Heisman trophies, MVP. But behind closed doors, they could be depressed. They could be depressed as fuck. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's the truth about sports. And that's another thing too. The situation with CTE and the NFL, it almost seems like the NFL won't really like admit, like that like with some of these athletes getting diagnosed with CTE, that they got diagnosed with CTE because, by playing football. Like, yeah, because just like a lot of people may say that, like, that by this dude playing football or by this person doing mixed martial arts or boxing, that it's what caused them to get CTE. And I mean, really, to be honest with you, when it comes down to your brain and when it comes down to taking blows after blows after blows after blows to your brain, it's gonna mess around with your brain. It's gonna mess around with your brain. I mean, football is a contact sport. You wear a helmet, you wear chin straps, you wear shoulder pads, you wear knee pads. But just because you wearing all that equipment, you can still get severely injured. But yeah, what I mean, I just wanted to share this video with y'all because I know some of y'all are sport fans, and I wanted to let y'all know the truth about sports. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share. Love y'all.